What's up, guys? Sorry, I'm here. What's up, Hawkeye? Nice to see you. Man, it always, it's like an old motor. Always takes a minute to get my voice going anymore. It's always hard in the morning for some reason. But I'm still in here cranking. Um, how's everybody doing this morning? I didn't really come on and have a topic. I just had a few minutes to spare. A few minutes to spare between getting trucks running and getting prepared for some training. Hey, that's right. We won a game. Go Chiefs. Right? Now, if they just get their offense the rest of the way together and get those guys clicking, hopefully we'll win some more. You never count them out, though, right? When you have so much talent on a team, oh man, hold on. That's the story of my life. Bone won't stop. Yeah, that's crazy. Hey guys, I just wanted to come on. If you get a chance to share the video, like the page. And I'm just going to hang out for just a few minutes, maybe 15, 20, 30 minutes. And I'm going to leave it up to you guys to ask questions. Because I always come on and talk about networking. Always talk about networking, posting with direction, getting your phone to blow off the hook with rate that you want. We talk about adding owner operators, diversifying, company drivers, dispatching, building lanes. I mean, all these different things all the time. But I don't know what people want to hear. Do you want to hear like how great it is? Do you want to hear how bad it is? I mean, do you want to know why it takes so many calls to get a customer? Most people don't make the calls. Does it? I mean, and if you make the calls and you sound like a broken record, you get what you expect. If you don't have the trucks lined up and you lose your bids because you weren't prepared, it's not my fault. I sit in here every day looking at these 210 at 240, 250, $3 a mile. I look at fuel high and it's just about survival mode. You know what I mean? Like more people will fight themselves over getting loaded and end up with nothing instead of hauling freight. And then you get one guy that says, "Oh, that's a cheap freight hauler." But this other guy is like, "Shit, man, I'm doing 3,000 miles or less and I'm still at, I don't know, 6 to 7,000. I'm keeping the lights on, the bills paid, and I'm staying ahead of the game. Am I a little short than what I was last year? What do you have to do to survive? Like, what are you doing? Look at me. I tried to train the world, save the world, be available 24/7, put everybody else first, tried to build this big business. And then at the end of it, you build all these companies, you count on people to work for you or help you build it. And then your team quits or your team's not there and you're left doing the work. It's hard to keep the motivation up to keep fighting. I get it. Like, so what questions do you guys have for me? I'll like sit here and work and you can ask me questions like finding clients, recruiting, dispatching. I mean, I don't know. What do you want to know? Get making residuals, how to make residuals, why you leave it on the table. Why do you always, I mean, there's so many trucks and lanes out there. What are you doing to help your company? I don't know. Ask me. What do you want help with? Like I come on every morning drinking coffee. Sometimes Frank and them pop on. Everybody's busy. And all I want to do is help. Like, what do you want to do? You want to learn how to do phone calls better? You want to call drivers? You want to work on recruiting ads and look at yours? Look at like 20 other people's ads and wonder why, you know? Then look at the companies that are making the ads and seeing what their scores are like. You want to talk about the setup process. You want to talk about why you're 3 months in on your authority and it feels like hell because no one used you in the first 90 days and you didn't network before you started. And what do you want to talk about? It's coffee in the morning. You want to talk about why you keep calling warehouses and they keep saying the freight's outbound instead of calling manufacturers. You want to talk about why when every time you call you say the word broker in the first 2 minutes of your phone call and you never get anywhere. What is your questions? What do you have? Why are you worried about the guy next to you or the brokers keeping the freight when you should be worried about what you need to do? Why is that a problem? Like what is all the if you could go and type everything in that you're having trouble with, all the what ifs, or if it could, how are you getting them knocked off your list and not having that problem no more? What are you changing? Why are you putting up with it? Why are you still leased on to a guy that you think you need to be leased on to when you can go somewhere different and have such better? What is it? Because he keeps pacifier in your mouth? What made you start your authority so fast with your dream without having the right pieces put in place before you start? I get those calls every day. They can't afford to pay me to help them, but they want to tell me all about their problems. Dispatch. Yeah. What you got? Okay. How often do you have those? It's how often do you have those? Like one and done, or do you have more volume of those? Right. Oh, right on. How long a notice did they give you on them? Right. Okay. That's not bad at all. That's for 70 miles. Same day delivery. And they're all same day delivery. Pick up late. Can you email those to me so I keep track of them? Can you send me an email of those so I keep track of them? Send it over to Scooby0976 at gmail.com. Scooby, like Scooby Doo, the cartoon. Scooby, Scooby 0976 at gmail.com. Yep. Yep. And I'll work on those for you. Shaggy. Yep. Like Scooby Doo. Yeah. Yeah, because and if you see anything else over in that area, like volume between Grand Rapids, Detroit, Chicago, back, Indianapolis, stuff like that, we're actually adding Columbus and Ohio to Detroit too here this week. And it's going to run from Michigan to North Carolina to Buffalo, New York, and back. And we're going to run those three cities. So if you see anything like that, just let me know. Yep. Yeah, my direct phone. Yep, 7 days a week, man. Yep. Yep, I'm available 24/7. You can't build relationships and not answer the phone. I get it. I understand. I hate calling, dude. I hate calling out loud. That's why I put those special comments in their volumes so people call me. And then whenever, yeah, and a lot of times they're calling me the day of, and the truck's already covered. But I still want to build relationships, so you don't have to keep calling people. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, send it to the dispatch at. Yep, he'll fill it out. If you can, yep, yep, send it over. Yep, we'll get it set up. Yep. Yeah, no, I'll work on it. I do have some stuff coming up, so I may have a truck over there. I just don't know in the morning yet. But I'll be bouncing them across the Grand Rapids. So I like those later appointments. That's cool though. We're always looking for like those 3 to 5 that pick up later, then deliver straight across. That not a lot of hours. That way you can, that way you don't kill your driver, but you keep adding revenue. You know. uh I know the drill. Got it. Yeah, I know the drill. Okay. What are those fees? Okay. Okay, got it. Yep, no problem. Hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. Dispatch. Yeah, this Shaggy. What's up, brother? Yeah. Did you get that baggage? Okay. Okay. No problem. Thanks, man. He will. I will. He will. It'll all be coming from James. All right. Yep. Thanks, man. Yep. Hey, awesome. Yep. Yeah, just send me that stuff. I'm getting blown up right now with calls. I appreciate it, though. I can't wait to work with you. Always, man. Yeah. Yep. No problem. See, it's always about networking. It's never one and done because every conversation always goes into more freight, and most people never take the time to ask, David. You know what I mean? We're always so caught up with just today and tomorrow. And I'd rather network all day. You know what I mean? And really, networking on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays is really more important on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I don't know why the hell it works like that, but it seems like on Tuesdays and Thursdays it's slow as hell. Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays is just through the roof. And I think it's the way that people pick up and deliver and the way freight moves, different things that are going on, production has a lot to do with it. But I keep my trucks posted all the time. So I'm in here booking loads and covering my trucks out. Talking to drivers. So what questions do you guys have? Like we're rolling through here, people are up. Nobody has any questions about what's going on, what they're doing, next step, work, stuff like that. I mean, what's going on? What are you having trouble with? What's driving you crazy? I mean, the guys on here rolling up. I mean, because when we come on, me and Frank come on to tell you guys about stuff or things to do, things to do it. I know people are picking up pieces of it, but it doesn't seem like people are listening. So it's like, If I'm going to come on every morning and talk about stuff, you tell me what you want, or otherwise I'll just go run my own fucking trucking company and work with William and the brokerage instead of trying to save the world. I mean, I'm only trying to help you guys. We're sitting here. I think we're as soon as we get all these trucks on over here, we'll be at what, 11 trucks, and we're not booking the best rate in the world, man. We're staying 240, 250. Some loads are 280, just general, but we're doing it consistently and we're looking for relationships and doing volume every day. You know what I mean? And we know it's going to change and pick up, and we're just constantly building. What are you guys doing? What are you doing at your trucking company? Are you promising out of the world or stuff you can't do, or what are you doing? Think about it. I'll be back tomorrow, say at 8 to 8:30. I'll come on. I'll talk. You guys have questions. I mean, if you want, I'm here for you. Ask questions. What do you want? I'll answer any questions you want. Pop them out there. You want to know what color my underwear is on? It's black right now. You want to know what color car I drive? I mean, you want to know how long I've been in trucking? I mean, what do you want to know? You want to know, like, you want to give me customers? You want me to call them right here for you? Let's call them. Let's see what they got going on. What do you want me to do for you? I'm tired of asking. Before long, we won't even be here because you guys, everybody wants to get rich, wants it fixed now. And I get it. Industry's changing. We're gloomy. We hate it. Why am I mean? I am not mean. I am focusing on other stuff that I wasn't focusing on. So I'm working on building a trucking company. I'm working on getting William to get more customers. I'm working on me and William working on the customers. And I don't care about selling insurance. I don't care about selling factory. I don't care about residuals. And unless somebody needs me to help them and wants to set up a one-on-one, I don't care about really saving the world no more. No one else cares. So fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to, you know, what do you want to know? I mean, like, what do you want to do? Like, why are you even in here? Like, why do you even turn on the thing and watch? I mean, you watch, you stare, and just visit, ask questions. You guys got problems. I mean, if everything was perfect, we'd all be excited and running around telling everybody we're not. It's gloomy. Facebook's dead. TikTok's a joke. And YouTube's 50-50. Gender base. Freight's out there. Sometimes the numbers don't miss max, but the freight's there. You keep them moving, moving, moving. Right? So I have to get to, so, you know, I think that's depending on where you live. I think they're both about equal. Flatbeds cranking, dry vans cranking. Man, I see a lot of potential for customers from the asset side at the moment, not so much the broker side. Brokers are just selling. I mean, they're just playing the spot market, holding it out there. And I swear they're just playing with customers and trying to get what they can get. If they can't get it, customers are willing to keep it on the dock. Because really, if a broker calls you, they're willing to work with you. If you call the broker, it's like that shit's stuck fucking shit, and it needs to stay there until it rots. But if they call you, it's a sense of urgency. I need you now. Like those loads a second ago. It's like, why is $7,400 on 77 miles good? I don't know. Hell, you pick one up at night, do a little extra $400 on top of a run that sucked. Now your averages are all so much better, and you ended up with $1,400 or whatever in a day instead of 850 or 900. And you might only done 400 miles for the day. Vice versa. But guys, I'm just staying in specific lanes, routes out of South Carolina, North Carolina, going north on the low end. I get it. I see tons of freight right now, believe it or not, going from Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, different areas back to North Carolina. I've seen anywhere from 500, 600 miles, $1,600 all the way to $2,200. And then when you're coming out, you're at like 1,000, 11, 12, $1,300 depending on which direction you're going. So, I mean, when you average three of those out across the week, you could have your $6,000 to $7,000 easy and be home for the weekend. I get it. Stay specific to lanes. That's what I'm doing with our trucks, trying to stay specific to lanes. And it's hard because one day it'll be flying, the next thing it'll be dead. Good morning. We're having coffee with Shaggy. It's you guys ask questions and you talk for once. What are you having on? What are you doing right now to sustain? Like, what's making it work for you right now? What do I have a load? Good morning. Let me check with my drivers real quick. Hold on. Yeah, I figured you. I thinking I should have known you'd get there earlier, and but I had you still set at 11. So I booked a load picking up about 40 miles away at to add to today, um at 4 because I want to cover your times because I figured you would have adjusted it, but you're always so fast. Um, Going back up to Grand Rapids. Yeah, now you're speeding up, right? Yeah. At least you had the deadhead the same place, right? Pick up in the same town. Yeah. So that I had one that's I'm gonna get on there and look real quick because you're earlier the checks, but I had one going up to Grand Rapids because I figured you'd be running later until your normal schedule. If you wouldn't have got empty, you would have been later. You know what I mean? By the appointment times, you're all good. So your clock's already started. So let me go back to work. Okay, well, let me look on there. But right now, you're going to pick up in Macedonia, like 40 miles away. He's got it coming over. He just got the Raycon, and then it was this stuff for you were just going to bounce up to Grand Rapids and do two drops tomorrow in the morning, and you'd be done. Yep. Yeah, you're going to pick up, and we're going to pick up at 4, and they may load you earlier too. Once we get it, we could check. You know what I mean? And then you'll just bounce up to Grand Rapids for two drops in Grand Rapids in the morning. And then I'll reload you again going somewhere, and then we'll set up for Friday. Is that cool? Yeah, it's coming over. Yeah, I just keep you on. I was just going to add to it because eventually I thought you'd be later. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, just see the Raycons. Yeah, check with them ahead, call ahead, and check the Raycon when it's coming over. No. Yep. Yep. But you don't got that far to go. Like a 5 hour drive once you get loaded. All right. Okay. Yep. Yep. Thanks, man. Yep. All right, guys. I've been reaching out to local businesses, trying to grow my. Hey, James. That's for Marcel picking up today, running up to Grand Rapids. I sent you a picture of it. Hold on. It says I sent you a picture of it. You and then there's a second stop. Right. Yep. Both in Grand Rapids, 11 a.m. and the second one's open. Oh yeah, I forgot to add that on there. You're right. Thanks for checking. Yep. Yeah, I forgot to put the other one on. Yeah, and that other one is for Monique coming back. She said she got the one going over. Oh, that's cool. Excellent. Pretty nifty. Huh. Yeah, would you send over the Raycons to Monique for her one going over? Her email, or do you send her the Raycon? Okay, I didn't know because she was asking about it. I didn't think she had it. I thought she already had it. The one going from Michigan to Savannah. It's for, hold on, let me pull up my sheet. It's for ACF Global. Okay, let me call her and check on it. Yeah, she just act like she didn't have it. I was talking to her. Let me call her. Yep. No, you're good. Yeah, they're new, so I just want to make sure they're getting them. You know what I mean? I know you send them because the other ones get it. Yep. Okay, let me check on her. We're good. Yeah, and there's another packet coming over, but it's just to get set up. The guy called me. Let me check. I was just working with him on the phone. Let me get his information. I was just on the phone in between a video. I'll send it over. I'll send you the name. Okay. Yep. Later. All right. David says, sorry, guys. Running trucks, getting ready for training in an hour. My own customers have lower volumes right now, but I did find a major shipper who won't deal with me. But he has two large brokers in his pocket, so I contacted those brokers with my neighborhood carrier speech, and they are blowing our phones up. Same thing. It never did. I'm doing the same thing with our trucking companies. I mean, if the customer don't work with you and they got the freight you want, then go find the broker. And you know, a lot of times too, David, if you use that e-carrier check, because you know the customer will tell you the brokers, but sometimes they won't even tell you the brokers. They're like, it's confidential terminology. I can't give it to you. You know what I mean? So then go look some of the carriers up in the on e-carrier check, and then look up different things, and you can find the brokers that are using their freight. You can look on the load boards. You can post the lanes. You can look on e-carrier check. You can find carriers that are working for them and ask where they're getting the loads. It just takes a few simple questions to find it. People are dumb. They give you everything if you just ask. The problem is we're like offended to ask a question that might cause a problem because we don't want to make nobody mad. Just kidding. So what other questions you got? We got 30 minutes and I got work to do. So you guys got any more questions, comments? What's going on with your business? What are you guys doing wrong? What you doing right? I mean, why would you go open an authority and not have 30, 40 brokers in your own backyard that will work with you, that are neighborhood brokers that are trying to sell freight and them know that you need freight? Is it because you think all brokers just suddenly are God's gift to earth and trucks just fall out of the sky for them? I mean, it may look like that on the load boards, but David will tell you it does not work like that. So I'll be back tomorrow. You guys, I can talk about brokering, trucking, dispatching, residuals, networking, compliance, hiring owner operators. What do you want to talk about? How to set up a factoring company? I mean, you want to know about Cadence Software, FactorSoft, the factoring.org, the way they do stuff, UCRs, reserves. What do you want to talk about? Insurance, why it's so high, the different places, how to become an agent, how you sell it, underwriting, finance companies, direct bill finance. What do you want to talk about? You tell me. I'm open to anything. Lease agreements, the hiring process, why you fail at hiring drivers, why everybody hires the wrong driver, why your orientations are only 2 hours when they should be like a week. I don't know. You tell me. What do you want to talk about? Why your dispatching service sucks and no one's ever paying you, why you leave clients on working for you but you haven't got paid. But then you blame everybody else. I'm tired of teaching it. I'm really tired of helping people do it because when they do it and then something doesn't work right or something goes, they immediately come back to the person that's trying to help them in the first place and throw it back in their face. Isn't that crazy how that works? Or blame the other people whenever you're the only one that's accountable. Amazon Relay. You know, yeah, I'm learning Amazon Relay. I'm learning about the live load. I'm learning about the containers and how they work. And I'm learning about they're pulling their trailers. I'm learning about these things called blocks that only come out on Friday that have different rates with multiple stops. Good morning, Tom. And it's kind of trippy. So Eddie's got to spend more time with me and get better at it so I can uh, drop these trailers at different places and switch over to Amazon, especially with the season tis to be upon us, right? November, December, January, March, big times. Lots of shipping goes on. Well, maybe not this year, but in normal years, people buy Christmas presents. This year, we might be handing out coal and chisel and wood products out of our back barn because we're using firewood to heat our house. We can't afford electricity. I don't know. You know what I mean? That was a joke. Ha ha ha. Amazon Relay. So once you start set up your little favorite searches, you just constantly watch them. And it's really weird too because depending on the trucks in the area or vice versa, it's weird because you got to watch how like it'll be like 100 people. Seems like wait for loads to change prices, and if it's the same way with the load board. The only difference is they actually let you slaughter yourself. On the load board, you really got to get more selective about it, where you're going and how you're doing it, or if you should pull the trigger on 1,100, 1,200 bucks, or wait for them to come back at 14 to 15 and have it leave your truck sitting. I think on Amazon Relay it could be worse, unless you're on the contract blocks, because you're waiting last minute. Well, you know, if you have 3 or 4 locations you can go to where you have stuff set up, it's different. You know, that's pretty cool too, because like the blocks, they're busy for weeks at a time. Sometimes it's 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. I would grab the blocks because you go from one block to the next, you know what they're doing. It's like clockwork. But you know, I noticed it with Eddie. He has drivers that once he shows them how to use the Amazon, they like that port stuff where they're always home all the time and they deal with it. So as long as they're keeping busy and they're staying on top of it, man, they like that because there's no pickup, there's no delivery, there's no receivers. I mean, occasionally you get a fucked up trailer, but that happens no matter what. So it seems like they're really comfortable doing those blocks. Just the part, there's only so many of them, and I think like he's teaching me they only come out on Friday. But see, when you start adding those blocks in those Amazon, and you start adding these little locations, like I got a drop right in Michigan, one in Grand Rapids, one in Chicago. You're like, well, what's the drop yard? I don't know, like a few $100s a month. But if you're making the money and you got it in your plan, it's a benefit to you because, like, if you're doing the short hauls, like I have, what's her name in Toledo on Friday. Well, I still need to come up with $2,000, $1,500 to get to where I need to be. I need 1,300 to get to where I really want to be. But if I want to really make it good, I need to add another 1,000. So I'm a little short because of the first day of this week and a couple loads being shorter. So I need to come. I have a goal in my head. So I'm where my minimum, but I need to get to my upper level. So to get to the upper level, I either got to find a couple loads this weekend or put her on some Amazon this weekend and do a load. Preferably, what I do is reload her since I'm right in Toledo with a load, and then have her drop that trailer by her house. And then over Saturday and Sunday, have Eddie put Amazon on her. And then on Sunday, have her take off, or early Monday morning, have her take off and do her load. So that way she don't mess up her week, right? And then keep running. So you can't do that. You can only do that when you have places that are convenient to Amazon to drop trailers. I'm learning how to do that. Kind of different. Well, I mean, it got the concept, right? Putting it on the plate and then having the trucks to keep coming on to keep building these volumes. Like I keep finding these good loads for like this amount, but then when I have them, my trucks aren't here, but I want to keep building them. Kind of weird. So many emails coming in too, freight that I actually want. All right, guys. See you guys tomorrow. I'll be on between 8 and 8:30. Please have some questions ready for me so I can help you. Have a great day. And if you need help, like always, schedule a one-on-one at shaggysconsulting.com. Pick the consulting button, pick Shaggy's brain. You can come see me in person. Whatever you want. I don't care. Whatever works for you, and we're here. If not, I wish you the best. And we're looking for owner operators and 3 company drivers out of the Midwest that want to work for us. We have 3 trucks open, and we have 3 or 4 owner operator spots open. And as soon as we get to this renewal, we'll have a bunch more. So just give us a call.